What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sports Live on Blue Clouds Media YouTube channel, brought to you by the channel itself. My name is Nate Zion, and my co-host is Stephen G. We are bringing you lots of food in terms of sports news regarding Chelsea Football Club. Lots of topics to digest and talk about on the platform today. And today's topics, yes, we're going to start from one point to the other. Chelsea transfer bombshells, Sterling out, Broja in, Alvarez and Bulka, all of them being targeted by Chelsea.
Sterling to Fenerbahce, and is it time for Chelsea to sell?
Absolutely. Chelsea attacking overhaul. Sesko vs Olise, who is better, or who is the better fit for Chelsea Football Club.
And Chelsea's unpredictable transfer window. What's next for Enzo Maresca?
Chelsea's spending spree continues. Alvarez and Bulka next on the list. As and one more to go. Is it Steven? Is that the one for you or me? I think
No,
I jumped.
one. The one about Bulka's for you.
All right, Bulka vs Sanchez, who should be Chelsea's number one goalkeeper. And these are the topics that we've lined up to discuss with you guys. So, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Which of these topics really, really interests you? Chelsea spending spree continues. Alvarez and Bulka next on the list, as Steven said. Sterling and Fenerbahce. It is time for Chelsea to sell. And then I went again. I said Chelsea attacking overhaul. Sesko vs Olise, who is better, who is a better fit for Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea and unpredicted transfer window. Who is next for Mauricio? Enzo Maresca. I always say Mauricio Pochettino. Bulka versus Sanchez, who should be Chelsea's number one goalkeeper as things goes on right now. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Big up to Phantom of Many Topics. Todd Labor. Todd, big up to you in the building. Then we have Chelsea down in the building. Says Adney out, still waffling his syrup. Absolutely. Yes. Smash the like button. Subscribe to Blue Clouds Media YouTube channel if you haven't done that. We are live discussing transfer news. So let me know what you guys have to say regarding today's topic. And Steven, welcome again as usual. Ready for this?
Ready?
Yeah.
Another day, another stream. And yeah, more news. Always more news coming out, especially at this time of year. We're about to hit the transfer window. So I think that actually opens on the same day as the Euros starts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and then we plan on doing something on the Euros. If you want to take 60 seconds to explain it to the format and how we're going to go about it, if you have the chance now, or we can do that later. But if you have it now, you can take 60 seconds to explain it to our listeners and viewers.
Yeah, I could explain it now or end the show whenever you want.
Oh, you can do that now. Let's go for it. Let's get that out of the way.
Okay. So basically, the plan at the moment. Oh, 1 second.
All right. All right, so Stephen is trying to explain how we're gonna go about it in terms of how the Euro starts next week, but we will take our time and go through the stages, each group stages, make our combined 11, come up with the best of
Mhm.
the
Yeah. Sorry
go ahead.
about that, Nee.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the plan. So the current plan is to basically do one after each match day. So match day 1 of the group stage, we'll do like a team of the week type thing for that. Match day 2, we'll do one for match day 2. Match day 3, one for that.
Yeah.
Then we'll do one for match day 3 and for the group stage. So actually, I said match day 3 already, so forgive me on that. But we will also do a group stage one. But the deeper we go into the tournament, the less games there are. We're going to try and preview those games. So, like, we'll try and preview the quarterfinals because there's only 4 of them. We'll try and preview the semi-finals. And, of course, the big one, the final at the end. Because it's a lot easier to preview those than it is to preview, say, how many games we got? Like 16 games at a time.
Yeah. So I think that's the breakdown on how we're gonna come about with the Euro as the competition takes on somewhere around next week. I think next week Friday. I'm not so sure the exact time because of the time difference.
That's the start day of the Euros.
Yes. So we'll be looking into that, and we'll be breaking things down and looking at each and every group stage, like Steven said. So guys, be my guest. You know what? Dan in the building. Dan's a phantom on loan to his fishing never. Is this to his fishing? Is it fishing never headed proper? Chelsea don't have Dan. This comment doesn't really make sense, Dan. Come on, Dan, come again. So, right, guys, we'll be starting from Raheem Sterling's situation. We're gonna analyze his performance, potential reasons for leaving, and suitable destination, either for the Fenerbahce, and why should Raheem Sterling leave? And if Raheem Sterling leave, will Chelsea miss Raheem Sterling that much, or will his experience, affect the team at this moment? So let me know in the comment section below what you think. And we also have 2 polls that we're gonna pull up today. So we have 2 of them. So right in about half an hour time, I will change the poll and then we'll start with the second one. So Steven, over for you. Raheem Sterling leaving, with his departure, help the team or affect the team?
Personally, and I think this is a view of most Chelsea fans, I think it helps. I think he's more of a hindrance than a help. Like, people say, oh, but he got this number and that number. Like, okay, cool. But people used to say about other players stuff like, oh, they can only do it against Southampton. They can only do it against this. They can only do it against that. The majority of Sterling's was either Man City or Luton. They were the majority of his involvements. He's also greedy as hell because he had about 5+ chances where he could have squared it to someone in a better position. Which,
yeah, I remember those days.
Let's be honest here. Multiple times, his greed for not passing the ball cost the club points. I think he done it in both Wolves games as well, by the way. If I remember rightly, it was both, not just one.
I mean, let's not take that away from him. Beginning of the season, he was the Chelsea's player of the season. Beginning for the, I think, the past 5 games, he was on top of his game.
He was good for like Luton and that, and then after the internationals where he got snubbed by Southgate not being in the squad. That's about the only times he was good, was against the lower level teams and Man City because he had a point to prove. Plus, whenever he got snubbed by Southgate not being in the England squad. Because again, not being in the England squad, he had a point to prove. They're like the only times he actually did well. And then he goes missing for ages.
It's what we're talking about, destination. There's been rumors that he will be making this move to either Saudi or in Fenerbahce. Which of these destinations is likely for us to see Raheem
Fenerbahce or who?
Fenerbahce?
No, Fenerbahce or who? You said someone else.
Fenerbahce and Saudi League.
Oh.
And the Saudi League.
what I will say, so I wasn't aware of the source who came out with the Fenerbahce news, right?
Right.
But I'm very aware that loads of journalists then came out saying, "Oh, Sterling's camp are denying it. It's not true," and all this, right? Now, I normally know the majority of the people who report stuff, right?
Mhm.
So for me, I was looking at that guy, and that's a bit odd because I've never heard of this person, right? But they've come out and denied it. It was the same thing with do you remember the whole talk about the Amarim stuff, how Chelsea paid for his flight, and immediately, even though it came from someone who wasn't well known, it was denied within like an hour.
Yeah.
If it's denied that quick from somewhere that's, at least to my knowledge, not very reputable,
Mhm.
then there has to be a hint of truth to it. Personally, I think if he leaves, he'll go Saudi because he'll want the money. That's my personal opinion. That's no sourced information or anything like that. That's just personal opinion. Don't know where you stand on it. Do you think we should keep him? Do you think he should go to Saudi, Fenerbahce, maybe another club in England or somewhere else that I haven't thought of?
Steven, I mean, in my honest opinion, the way I see Raheem Sterling, I feel like Raheem Sterling is done. He's done his best in the Premier League again already. What has Raheem Sterling got to do? Look at his age. He's not young. He's at his peak, but he's not pulling the strength. When I say pulling the strength, he's not doing the magic with his experience that he's already gathered or gained in the Premier League to affect or help Chelsea team. He's not helping out. It looks like the young kids are doing it much better than Raheem Sterling. And we talk about the young kids that who hasn't even gained that experience. Modric, who is competing with him in that spot on that position, hasn't gained that experience. But Modric is doing way better than Raheem Sterling. He's got a lot of injuries, and it's not going to get better with his age. So if Chelsea, with all these financial problems, FFP problems hanging around Chelsea's neck, I would say this is the right time to cash Raheem Sterling. Sell him out, wherever he's going. If you can get enough money to support and help yourself with the FFP situation, sell him. Raheem Sterling have won the Premier League. I've won lots of trophy. He doesn't need any more. He has to consider him as a player. He has to consider his age. He has to consider his career, where he can get game time, and if he can get enough money to be able to lay the foundation for himself for the next 10 years or next 20 years of him being on earth to be able to support his family, then I'll say, Sterling, think twice. If you want to go to the Fenerbahce, what are you going to get? You're not going to win the Champions League. Forget about going to Fenerbahce. If you're thinking about winning domestic trophy, the Turkish league, then go for it. But if you're thinking about really money to help yourself for the rest of your life, also you can win a team. You can win the league in the Saudi league. You can win the league in the Saudi league, depending on which team really that you want to go. But go get the money, continue your career, make enough for yourself, and open way for other players who are really on top of their pick, young, energetic, to come in at Chelsea and help the team get to where they want to go. To me, I'll say Raheem Sterling is done, and I'll prefer he move to Saudi. One, Saudi will get more money for Chelsea, and Raheem Sterling will get more money for himself too as a player, just like we heard from Kevin De Bruyne. The statement from Kevin De Bruyne alone should help Raheem Sterling to think about his future very well. Kevin De Bruyne said, I have to go considering my age, considering the future, and after football. So Saudi link makes a very, very, very good move for Kevin De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling at this situation with Chelsea is not going to win the Champions League. They're not close to winning the Champions League. They're not close to winning the Premier League either. So what do you want? You're not going to be at the football club for more than 2 years. So move now when you're healthy. Move now, you Sterling. Move now. So that's what I would say with Raheem Sterling, Steven.
Yeah, I mean, I want him out of Chelsea personally, and at the end of the day, if you want to get that generational wealth, I mean, you've already got loads of money. I mean, you're on what, 350 grand a week, plus on top of that, you got to think all like the sponsors and all that stuff that he'll have as well. On top of that, so the extra income, which would be loads of money as well. But if you really want to cement that generational wealth, then you've kind of got to go to Saudi.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you, Steven. But big up to guys. This is where we are with the news. We had a lot of topics on today's show, and that we if you're just joining us, DJ Salve is just joining us here. We have a lot to talk about. So if you are listening to us, we have the Chelsea spending spree as it still continues. Alvarez, Bulka next on the list. Sterling to Fenerbahce. Is it time for Chelsea to sell a style like Raheem Sterling? I don't know where you guys stand on that. Also, we have Chelsea attacking overhaul. Sesko versus Olise. Who is the better player to fit in Enzo Maresco's squad? Chelsea unpredictable transfer window. What's next for Enzo and Maresca as it is? And also we're looking at the Bulka. Yes, Chelsea ex player. He used to be with Academy. I remember 18 years old. He I think he was in the cup game or something like that. He was the number one for Chelsea in that game where he kept a clean sheet. He was a good goalkeeper, but he
I
couldn't
don't think
stay.
he ever played for Chelsea first team.
I think I remember I saw something like that, but I can revisit it and see if that was right as time goes on.
Yeah, I don't remember him ever playing for first team. I don't think he made it. He might have been in one or two squads, but I don't think he ever actually played a minute.
Okay. Boca versus Sanchez. Who should be Chelsea's number one goalkeeper? And as we have been linked with some numerous names in terms of playing on the field and also, outfield player and goalkeeper at the same time, because Chelsea really need some kind of injection in the team. So that's what we are discussing today. If you're joining us here, feel free. The link will also be in there. I'll pin the link here in a second if you want to join us to discuss some of the topic, or you're interested in the topic, you want to join us here, feel free to do that. And DJ Sab, I hope you're doing well yesterday. I didn't hear back from you until the stream came to an end. But anyway, I was glad and happy to see you back on the show again. What do you have? Chelsea Dan says Sterling not going anywhere. He wasn't agreed. He wasn't agreed. He's just fed up with the players on the pitch. Is it
Because they can't finish or something, right?
Yeah,
but,
assisting.
Yeah,
like
I'm guessing
Jackson
because
and
I
the
don't have it
Matuidi.
open at the moment. But
Yeah,
I think it was something to do with about they can't finish or something.
Something like that.
Think about the Wolves one, for example, just quickly, right?
Go ahead, Steven.
The Wolves one, we had Palmer and Jackson there, and it was an open goal. You can't tell me, yeah, that you could back him for a decision like that. And it weren't only time. There's been multiple where they essentially have an open goal and he ain't passed it to him.
There's a lot you can talk about over here. Big up to you, DJ Sav. I'm just seeing your message here, but I've seen you in the chat already. Says big up to the comments and everyone in there. Dan, I understand what you're saying. Raheem Sterling is not fed up with the players on the pitch. He should be fed up with himself. He struggled. He fought over a penalty kick, and he was not assigned to kick that ball. He fought for it. He grabbed it, and what did he do? He skied the ball. Dan. So I don't know why you're here defending Raheem Sterling. You can defend him. We love Raheem Sterling. He has a lot of experience. That's the main reason why I want to keep Sterling in the team. But with his experience, how much contribution did he offer the team last season? And we are frustrated. Sterling is not staying fit. He's not getting younger either. So we have to look at that and see what really. I'm not looking at a certain individual. I'm praying and I want the best for the football club, the team itself. So that's where I'm looking at, and that's where I will be okay if Sterling leaves. If he doesn't leave, he can help the team. But if he leaves, I want the best for him. I want him to go. But I'm not going to be that negative on him. If he goes, that's fine. If he stays at the football club, that's fine. He becomes, a squad player or starting lineup only if he's producing. That's all I want. Dan said, you're waffling, Mudry, been much better than, is it Modric? Yeah, Modric been much
Means
better than Sterling.
Madrid.
How he's been better than Sterling. He panned Modric going this season. Sterling staying to see his contract out. Dan, rephrase the
We
question.
literally can't sell Madrid, by the way.
Dan,
Unless we own him, we can't sell him.
Dan, you know we can't sell Modric. I've said it many times over here. All right. Sterling going nowhere, according to Dan. I'm not pushing him out. If you want him to stay, that is fine. I'm not pushing him out. I'm not in charge of the team. But I'm saying we're trying to give our perspective on what to do with Sterling. If you want Sterling to stay, that is you. If you don't want, I want Sterling to move on from the football club, but not in a bad way. Looking at his age, you have to consider certain things, Dan. You have to consider his age. You have to consider his productivity. You have to consider all this also on high wages, and it's not contributing that much for the team. You talk about Modric. Modric is not on 200,000 a week or 250 a week. Sterling is on 300,000 or 300 grand a week. That's what he makes every week. And how much did they contribute to the team last season? Not that much. You get what I'm saying? So, my battery on my mobile went down. That's why I had to go and said before phone died on me. Okay, I get it, DJ Sava. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you on the show again. It says Dan said where you says you have an experience in the team, and now the players he assists to don't finish. Okay, the players he assists don't finish what pass it, and try to finish himself.
Let's not act like Sterling's great at finishing himself for Chelsea. He's not been at all. If I'm sorry, whether you trust your teammates or not, if I see a teammate, especially if it's Palmer, for example, with an open goal, like against Wolves, I think it was in the away game, I'm passing that ball. Like, if it's essentially an open goal, I am passing that ball. If the keeper's in my face and my teammate has got space to take a shot at an open goal, it's going to my teammate.
So that's what said. Let me share this real quick so Stephen, you can get what I was trying to say the other time regarding to Marcin Bulka. So let me share that. Premier League tweeted that I think it was in the tweet came about in 2000. What the hell? Hold on a second. Hope I don't lose this. I think either 2018 or something like that. But I got this. Let me share this. So let me see. Let me know if you guys can see. Do I have to zoom it in? Okay, so this was tweeted a while ago, and his 18-year-old goalkeeper Marcin Bulka kept a clean sheet for Chelsea in the first team friendly against Port Glory today. So that was a while ago. You remember? So it was a friendly.
Oh, that's preseason. That's preseason.
Yeah, preseason. So yeah,
I thought you meant like an actual game.
No, not really. So I mean, he's been in the team and kept a clean sheet. So I was saying that another ex-Chelsea player who I think that it won't be that bad to bring him back, considering his performance now in the French league. Steven.
Sorry, I genuinely was quickly replying to someone who sent me a message. What was that?
I'm saying it won't be that bad to bring him back to the football club with his performance and how he's been that good for the French league or the French team. I forgot the team that he's
Nice. He's at Nice, the one that Ineos own.
Yeah, Nice right now.
Who apparently Ineos are trying to sell their stake in Nice now. That came out earlier. But yeah, that's the club he's at. It was his first season of full first team football. Yeah. He played 34 games in the league. And do you know what? Let's have fun with this. How many clean sheets do you think he kept in the 34 games he played in the league in France this season?
That's Booker, right? You're talking about Booker.
Yeah. How many do you think he kept clean sheets for Nice in the league this season?
Should I say? I'm guessing. I'm gonna guess 12.
Nope. Higher.
Higher.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go 18.
Not quite.
15.
Did I send it to you? I don't know if I sent it to you or not.
I'll go 15. 15 clean sheets.
17.
17. So 18.
50%.
But see, I said 18. I was that close, David G.
Yeah. I'll try and find the image again and then I'll send it to you.
So 17 clean sheet for Marcin, the Marcin Bulka, right? It's not that bad from a goalkeeper. But there are two goalkeepers I think they've been linked to Chelsea. DJ Sav's goalkeeper, Mamadashi. I'm sure that's the name. He always says his name.
Who's?
Mamadashi something.
You're on about the Valencia keeper, right?
Yeah.
Mamadashvili.
Yeah, Mamadashvili, that's the name.
He's where's he from? Georgia. He's from Georgia, the nation.
DJ Sav's number one goalkeeper. Come on, DJ. Let's see your man will be the number one for Chelsea upcoming season. But big up to Sasuke Guna in the building. Yes, a man like Sasuke Guna in the building. Big up to him. And he says Broja playing for Albania right now, and he in the Euro squad, according to Sasuke Guna. Big up to you, my man. He says cannot wait for kickoff to Euro and kickoff to Euro. Says Dan, this DJ is asking how Dan and Sasuke Guna and how everyone is doing in their job. Dan said, "Yeah, I've been good, bro. Just been busy with family, and we're moving soon, hopefully." What, Dan? Dan, where are you moving to? Damn, that's the last thing I ever think of it. Moving is not an easy thing. Moving. So Sasuke Guna said, "Hope you're good, bro, DJ." Absolutely. Petrovic and bad, and they're only getting better, in my opinion. Absolutely, Petrovic is very, very good, but we have to have a good competition. If Chelsea going to have a good competition, it has to be Petrovic and whoever comes in. It can be Petrovic and Sanchez. No, we saw the hollow and those mistakes from Sanchez a whole season. And I think we've seen enough from Sanchez. We don't need another more trials for Sanchez to believe where this man stands. It says Georgia, my dark house. Is it my dark house? My dark horse in Euros KKK, and yeah, good. According to Sasuke Guna, GFC Govern, my man is back in the building again. Says a big up to you too, my brother. I hope you are doing well. We have a DJ in the building. DJ, welcome back to the show again. What really triggered you? You?
When? What now?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing triggered me, brother. Big up to every single one of you. Obviously, big up to Stephen. Big up to everyone in the comments as well. Thanks, obviously, having me on your show, Stanley. Nothing triggered me. I was just listening to the conversation, trying to get involved in it. Just on the goalkeepers, it's interesting that you're talking about Bulka coming to Chelsea. The reason why I keep going on about the other goalkeepers, in fact, my two choices have actually been Mamadashvili and Diogo Costa. They're the two that I've been looking at to possibly come to Chelsea. Or this Alvarez guy as well has been linked as well. So, for me, is Bulka the guy to come in? Maybe he could come in. I don't know how he's been since he left Chelsea. I know he went to PSG for more football. I don't know how many starts he really got at PSG, to be honest with you. But is he good enough now to come and play for us? Look, maybe he could come in and do a number two, maybe be a number 2, or maybe come in as a number 3. Because I think you guys have got to remember, we still got Bettinelli at the football club. And I think he'll have to come under as homegrown talents. Whether he comes and replaces him,
Bulka won't.
Yeah, you see. So that's the other thing. So do we then go for Bulka, or do we just actually look at the 3 goalkeepers that have been mentioned? Like I said, Mamardashvili, Alves, and Costa. They're the 3 I really would honestly be considering. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that bad to get any of those goalkeepers, but we have to put in mind or think about the price tag on both 3 goalkeepers. That is also what Chelsea is also looking at this moment. I'm sure price tag will be very, very important here. Of all those 3 goalkeepers, which of them is more cheaper? Am I frozen, Steven?
No.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, with all those 3 goalkeepers, which of them will be much more cheaper for Chelsea to bring in, and which of them will be easier? Which of them understand the English game, the culture? And which of these goalkeepers have gained experience already? And I've seen a little bit from Diego Costa, but I haven't seen much of this Belgium goalkeeper, Mamardashvili. And with Boca, I've
No, he's
already known
Georgian,
him.
not Belgian.
Georgia, yeah, the Georgia goalkeeper. With Boca, I know him already from his younger time with Chelsea Academy, and I've seen a little of him, but not much on the highest stage in terms of how much clean sheets and what he's been doing for Nice Football Club. But yeah, it won't be that hard for me to sit down and make some research, watch some few videos, and be able to come out with who my preferred choices. But for now, being naive, I'll always go for someone that knows much about the football club already. And I feel like he might be a little cheaper compared to those other 2. Steven.
Honestly, don't know at this point, because all I care about right now is hopefully Sanchez ain't the number 1. That's my worry right now. That's the only thing on the goalkeepers that I hope. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting Bulka back, I'll be honest. From what I've seen, very good. And yeah, I mean, for your first season in the number 1 role. Huh?
I'll be right back in a second.
Okay. Yeah, for first season in the number 1 role, he's done all right. I mean, kept clean sheet in half the games that he played, for one. And I think they came 6th, I think. I'm quickly checking that as I say it.
But you know what? The reason why I'm saying the other goalkeepers, Stephen, is because
You
for
said
me, look,
Mamardashvili. I didn't catch the other one.
yeah, Alves, the Alves guy, the one who's been linked with us already from Sao Paulo, not Sao Paulo, from is it Las Palmas? Yeah, Las Palmas. Yeah, the guy from there.
I don't know
He's been
much
linked
about
with
him.
us.
I know a bit about Mamardashvili. I know obviously
Yeah.
about Bulka, but I don't know anything about that guy.
Well, apparently he's supposed to be I don't know much. I did my little research, and I watched a few videos of his and some game. He's very good with. I think he's one of those that play. He's a good goalkeeper that plays well from the back, and they want a goalkeeper that can use his feet pretty well. And he's probably known as one of those goalkeepers that is very good at doing that, as well as obviously being a good shot stopper as well. I think what goes against him is we're looking at the age gap. I think he's going to be 27 by the time he joins Chelsea. But then again, that's experience compared to the other. I mean, then you've got Diogo Costa, I think is still, 23, 24. I think Mamardashvili I think he's the one who's younger out of the whole lot of them. So it's between those 3 for me as our next goalkeeper. Bulka, look, I never saw much of him at Chelsea. I think he had 1 game, at Chelsea, and I know he kept a clean sheet. I think at one of his games that he had with us. But other than that, I've not really followed him or saw as much of him. I don't know if I saw him a few reserve games maybe, but obviously we knew he was never going to push for the Chelsea position so quickly. And obviously then I think the reason why he left Chelsea, correct me if I'm wrong, is because he wanted first team football. And then going to PSG, I don't understand why you'd go to PSG thinking you're going to get first team football. I think especially when you got Carlos Neves. I think Carlos Neves was the goalkeeper back then when he was going to challenge him.
Keylor.
And I think you read Keylor Neves, and I'm thinking, how are you going to get past him? So it was a bit of a strange one. It is when he went to PSG, but coming back to Chelsea, I don't know. For me, is he improved a lot? Is he? I've not really had a chance to see much of him. You probably would have seen more of him, Steve, than me, if he's improved a lot or not. So I don't know. If he's the answer for us coming back, or do we just go for the other 3 goalkeepers? which I think would be a good, which I think would be probably better options, and maybe use Sanchez as make way, because I'm sure they can use Sanchez to get a deal for Mamadashvili done, to go the other way if he wants to go back to Spain. So that could be an option as well. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on that.
Yeah,
The question is more: will Sanchez want to go somewhere where he's not going to get as much money? That's the way I look at it, because you never know with these footballers anymore.
And I'm not so sure of the reports that we are hearing, DJ, whether indeed that Enzo Maresca wants to keep Sanchez and
It could be
help him out.
smokescreen.
You get. So I'm not so sure with that reports coming out. But big up to you, Makim in the building, Makim in the building again. Phantom of Mini All Nation Topic was in the building for a second. Said don't want him, DJ. According to Dan. Dan said Dan doesn't want he said I don't want him. I'm not so sure who exactly Dan
Who's that, Dan?
Yeah, Dan said doesn't want him. Makim said big up to Nee and the panel and the chat. Big up to you to Makim. Okay. Dan said moving back where we was before we bought this house, and the house but we bought 2 bedrooms house. Okay, I get that one. Dan, I hope it's not going to be that hard for you to move all your belongings to another department. Something I don't want to do again. Yeah, it's not easy moving around, carrying moving all your stuff. But anyway, Phantom, welcome to the show, and what do you have for us today?
Yes, so I pretty much decided that since I'm not going with Marino to the Turkish team, Tuchel is not probably not going to get a job at the beginning of the season. Probably going to go with wherever Conor Gallagher starts the season. But I'm not transferring out of Chelsea. I never have. I'm just going there on loan.
Great. There's been a lot of news, Phantom. A lot of news regarding Chelsea Football Club. There is the money spreading still continues. Alvarez, I'm not so sure if you know much about Alvarez, who is
I don't know anything about him. But hey, I want to. Is Steven there?
Yes, Steven is here.
Steven, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I think you and I were both wrong on Sterling and Mudryk. Neither of them belong at Chelsea. Mudryk is, the kind of person who probably needs 1 or 2 loans in order to become a Chelsea person. He's too young. Put the price tag aside. Let's just look at him as a player. He's not the kind that can just start at the position, the Timo Werner position that he is currently occupying. I don't think he's good enough to be there. We got Palmer, we got whoever, Nkunku, you got Jackson could be there too if we get a striker. So what do you think about that? Either sending Mudryk on loan or just selling him outright?
Can't sell him. That's the thing. That's where we are, though. We literally cannot afford to sell him because the loss that we'll make on him.
Yeah,
that's the big problem. Is because there's still so much left on the books.
Yeah,
that you're gonna make a loss on him because I think he's got like 50 million left on the books at the moment.
Wow, that's a lot.
No, he won't have. We got him for 50 million initially, didn't we? I need to consult my document.
Is he on a very high salary?
I don't think so. Mudryk. Oh no, he will be about 51.1 mil this year, apparently.
Oh wow. Okay, so
apparently.
Either way, I mean, both him and Enzo Fernandez are huge mistakes.
What's on the books? I need to clarify that quickly.
Yeah, him and Enzo Fernandez, and then the Wesley Fofana. Those are the 3 big mistakes. Yeah, Sterling. I thought Sterling was going to be the Man City Sterling, but he's not the Man City Sterling, so he needs to go too. I don't know about all these new.
He doesn't need to go.
Who? Sterling?
Hold on,
yeah,
Dan. We'll come back to you. Hold on, Dan. Let him finish. Go ahead, Phantom.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Someone. Sterling. I don't know. He's very selfish. It seems there was that he could have passed to two other players and it would have been a goal, but instead he tried to kick it straight to the goalie. And that made me lose confidence in Sterling in terms of either you're too selfish or you didn't see the other two players, and you should have, because it was a 1-on-3. it was a 3-1. And it should have been a goal. You passed to either Palmer or whoever the other guy was the other day. I don't remember, was it Modric or whatever, but it was a 3-on-1 play, and he kicked it straight to the goalie's hands. You know the goal I'm talking about, right?
Phantom, if I should ask you, are you just taking that selfish game, or the game that Raheem Sterling played the other day, to justify why you want Sterling to leave the football club? Is that the only game that you're looking at to the reason why
I think so, because either like in the movie Casino, they said either you're a crook or you're too stupid to know that the other people were stealing off the casino. Either way, I'm going to fire you. In that case, there was three guys going against that one goalie, and he decided to kick it straight into the goalie's hands, where every one of us said, why didn't you just pass it to either two of them? He was the guy on the left wing, and then you could have either passed it to the guy in the center, the striker. Maybe it was Jackson, or the other guy that was open was Palmer. He was open too. And either one of those passes.
Yeah, but so Phantom, yeah. Can we talk about, if you're talking about Sterling, about that, yeah, with the agreed experience, where he's amount of times his system with these lot could finish. What about Modric that time when he had one-on-one chance where he could have created to Sterling to give the chance to give Sterling a tap in? What about Jackson? Well, what about and you talk about Nicholas Jackson? What about Jackson when he had the chance to give it a chance to Cole Palmer, so Cole Palmer could have a tap in? You're talking about Sterling, yeah, where the thing is, right? Sterling knows. Right, it's like I said on a playback, right, where the situation is he must have been fed up. The amount of chances he assists to these players, where he couldn't finish the chances, and when he's like, what's the point? Like saying, what's the point? You're talking about Sterling. It's like a criminal. He's not. What about these Modric? When Modric had chances to assist to Cole Palmer.
I'm not a Modric fan. I want Modric gone.
Yeah, but then I'm saying, then you're talking about Sterling. But Sterling, the thing is, yeah, he's experienced where he knows to finish. Yeah, Modric had the same thing what Sterling had, where he could have created chances for Jackson. Jackson had chances to exactly the same with Sterling, where he could have passed it to Cole Palmer.
I think our problem is that Sterling's the highest paid player, isn't he?
You can't Sterling about these chances. There was other players on our pitch had so many chances to do that and all to assist other players, but chances to shoot, like Jackson could have passed it to Cole Palmer and he decides to shoot and he kicked it wide. Modric had a chance to pass it to Jackson, and then suddenly he started to kick it at the goalkeeper, and the keeper gave us a corner. So you can't really have it two ways.
I'm sorry. By the voice, that sounds like Fofana Dan, but is that your new icon, or was that always your icon?
It's always been my icon.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was your icon. Okay.
And who's Dan?
So
I ain't Dan. Right, either.
You're Dan? Chelsea Dan.
No?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
Dan. Phantom, go ahead. That's
Yeah,
Dan.
Chelsea Fofana Dan. That's who I always talk to. Well, Dan. I mean, do you want to keep Sterling at 300,000 a week?
The thing is, Sterling's not going nowhere, Phantom. He will see out his contract, and he's happy at Chelsea with 350k a week. He'll be happy to stay at Chelsea on 300k a week, and he will receive his contract out.
Yeah.
He has no plans to go anywhere else.
Love that.
Okay. Originally, I was just saying to Stephen that I think we were both wrong. Neither Sterling nor Modric deserve to remain at Chelsea, and now I think you're willing to get rid of Modric, and I'm willing to get rid of Sterling. So
Phantom, what I'm trying to say to you is, yeah, Sterling will not go anywhere because he will just stay at Chelsea to resign for his contract.
Yeah, Sterling's not going anywhere because no one else wants him at 300,000 a week.
Well, there are clubs in the Saudi league that might look at him to come over there. So let's not rule that league out.
Oh, okay.
They're-
Yeah,
they're-
you're right. You're right,
Yeah, but
because
DJ.
this is what I'm saying. Fenerbahce and the Saudis want Sterling, but Sterling could just say no. I don't want to go to any club. I'm
Done.
happy here to receive
Done
my
and
contract
done.
out.
Thank you very much. I understand what you're trying to say. I was gonna get to you, but you can't wait. It looks like you're patient. You're always impatient. I was let Phantom finish, and then we can give you the microphone like I did for DJ South, Stephen, and everyone. When we all take turns, we finish it. Then and the next person takes over. But you don't have that patience at all.
It's
And
okay.
I
Everybody
do
has
have
fault.
patience, no,
but
but I do have
anyway,
patience.
No, Dan
I
anyway,
is
do have
Dan
patience.
is
But I'm
very
just trying
passionate,
to.
and he actually
I'm
helps you
trying
drive
to.
up the numbers. Have you noticed when Dan is here, your numbers are better than when Dan is without Dan being here, because
Because
he's a
no,
I'm a
very
legend.
entertaining
I'm a
guy,
legend.
and
no,
he's
that
crazy because he thinks Wesley Fofana is going to come back to Chelsea and become some sort of superstar um, like what's his name, Rudiger, and he's not going to be anything like that.
anyway, Dan is
Okay.
ups and down. Dan can be negative and he can be positive. Would depend on who is listening.
Yeah,
Some people like the interaction and how Dan waffles a lot of syrup, and other people don't like it. Someone can tell you on the screen. It is very, very, very annoying when people are talking and Dan is talking over them. So that's why sometimes I try to balance things out. If the people are loving it, that is fine. But if someone comes in and say something, then I have to let Dan tone down a little bit and control, just like any other professional stream that you're listening to. You don't
you're
hear
right.
two people talking at the same time. It's just like a movie. One speaks, when it ends, the other one comes in, so you can
Right,
understand the point
right,
at which Phantom is deriving at, the point at which Dan is deriving at, or what I'm trying to say, so we all can understand each other very, very well. That is why I always like to do that, one talk at a time. Okay, so
right.
I mean, Dan, from what Dan is trying to say, Phantom he said, Sterling is not going anywhere. Sterling has to consider his future. I understand he's making 350 or 300 grand a week, but how long can you make that money? But you have to consider your footballing career first. Footballing career first. Being on the bench or playing less game a season with that experience, is that what you want, or you want to go to a football club that will offer you offer you many minutes on the rest of the season for you to get your game to a certain level? But he's not getting younger. He has to consider his future also. When I talk about future, not just in footballing career, also his life and his family. If Saudi comes in and they can offer him huge money like Kevin De Bruyne will probably going to gain for his rest of the life, why wouldn't you go for that money? Play football. You're still going to play football over there. Play football there, make that money, and then you secure your future. Get a lot of money for the rest of your life. I know he can say, "I'm not moving." He can say that he has a right to say, "I'm not moving." But you only have how many seasons more for Chelsea? 2 seasons, if I can remember. Done. Is
It's
it two
got two
seasons?
contracts.
Yeah,
It's on
two
a
more
2 year
years
contract.
for Chelsea. Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
Too many.
Enzo Marasco, yeah, knows Raheem Sterling from Man City, so he's gonna he's gonna keep him there. So the situation, if Sterling, he could receive out on his contract for 2 years, he'd be happy. He's happy at London. His wife's happy at London, yeah, and he could just say, I'm not leaving. I'm not going over. I want to receive my 2 year contract on 300K a week.
Okay.
It depends if Sterling goes. If Sterling goes, it says, I want to leave. I want to leave Chelsea to go to the Saudis. That's only the way he will only leave Chelsea Football Club if he wants to leave. But he don't want to leave. He's happy where he is.
He's
Big up
got 3 years left, by the way.
Oh yeah, I thought it was 2 or 3 years, Steve.
Yeah, it's 3. He signed a 5-year in 2022. I just looked it up. I thought it's 4. I was about to say yes, only 2 years, but
3 more
Okay.
years left. That's a
he
long
got
year.
3.
Makeem in the building. Makeem said, "Big up to the broad Dan." Yes, you see the way he
Big
phrased
up
it.
my brother King.
All right, we're still on. We've stuck with
Oh, okay,
these.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Before I go, can I just ask one more question?
yeah.
Is it possible for us to get rid of Enzo Fernandez?
No, it's not
No,
possible.
No, and it
No.
also would be a really, really silly move.
100% agree on that. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to come in for Enzo again. People are going to come and say, here we go again, DJ taking up for Enzo. I said it already, all right, with Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, the guy has had that hernia injury. Okay, he's now fully fit. Okay, I want to see what he's going to do next season before judging him and see if he's good enough for our football club. Because at this moment, from what I've seen of him when he was playing before he came to Chelsea, he was a good player for then. It's just that Chelsea's not worked out as much as we like to see as fans, especially with the money that we're going to spend on him. So I can understand the fans' frustrations in terms of that. But I would say one thing: you don't just get rid of a player that you just got in. Like what? He's not even been at the club. Would it be almost second year now since he's been at Chelsea, or even
It's
one
your
whole year
second
and a
year.
bit?
It's your second
Well,
year.
one and a
It's your
half
second year.
technically,
For
but
1.5 years. So for me, look, no, I wouldn't get rid of him. I mean, listen, let's see. For me, I think if Enzo Maresca can get the best out of him, I think you find he's going to work on that midfield of Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo next season. Obviously, if Gallagher stays, Gallagher will obviously have a say in that as well, in that midfield. So, look, I wouldn't say get rid of him. I would say just wait and see how his injury is gone and see what he does next season. And look, if it's true that we're trying to go out for we're going out for Alvarez from Manchester City, I think he's just the kind of guy you need to try and convince him to come to Chelsea as well. Plus, Maresca knows him as well from his Man City days, so we can get Alvarez. So for me, look, I think he should stay, and I think he'll do well for us. I think fans just need to be a bit
So,
more patient.
DJ, how
with
many
him.
games are you going to give Enzo Fernandez then? 10? To see if he's good in 10 games? Are you going to give him 20?
But Dan,
Are you
what
going to
you
give him
could
the
also
whole
take it.
season?
But Dan, can I just say something, Dan? You keep forgetting we're talking about losses here, right? You try getting rid of Enzo Fernandez, that's going to be a huge loss on the football club. A
No, it's
huge
not, because
loss.
they'll get
It will
too
be.
many. No way, because
Nah.
they're in talks
What?
getting too
What?
many, and he's much
do you-
better player than Enzo.
What? How do you really think they're going to go for Tchouaméni?
Well,
Honestly,
it talks about it. If it might happen.
that was some
You never
time ago.
know.
That was last season, bro. Even before Enzo came in, they were talking about
Yeah,
Tchouaméni coming to Chelsea.
but too many. They didn't want to sell too many at the time because they had no hardly players. But now they have to sell. Real Madrid have to sell
I
players now.
I
And
just
if
don't
it's
think.
okay,
I mean, I don't think.
because their
I don't think.
financial fair play, Real Madrid, are struggling now, so they have to sell too many.
Barca
They
have
have to
to
sell
sell.
players.
Well, if you're seeing them going and spending money on the likes, obviously they've got Mbappe on a free, but they're going to go and spend big money on Alfonso Davis, right? So to me, that looks like they are
Hey,
doing. It looks
sorry,
like they
my
are
phone
doing
is
pretty
getting
well.
too hot. I gotta go.
Okay, Phantom, big up, Phantom. Keep an eye on your fishing. Fishes. Innit? He's on loan, he says. Near, you're muted.
I was wondering what was going on. I weren't
I
looking.
know.
I was checking something.
Sorry about that, guys. So
He's muted.
we're gonna look in the comment section below and see what we have there for a minute, and then we'll continue with this segment as we go on. We're here discussing the spending spree continues as Alvarez and others has been linked to the football club. We're talking about Alvarez. We're talking about Bulka, who is an ex-Chelsea player being targeted to join the team, and also Chelsea Sterling moved to Fenerbahce. Also something that we are talking about, and also an unpredictable transfer windows as it is what is next for Enzo Maresca. Alvarez been linked with the team. Sanchez and Bulka, who is a preferred player that will fit in Enzo Maresca's team. So as we are discussing these topics, thank you very much for Santiago joining us. It's a bold idea by Sesko and Alvarez to play 9 and 10. Keep Cold at the right and Kuku at the left. Don't buy Olise. That is from Santiago. I don't even know why Chelsea need Olise. I don't know why Chelsea need Olise. To be honest with you, I'm not so sure. A lot of definition says I don't like Alvarez. He works, but I just prefer a different type of striker. A goal threat in the box, for example, headers. That is true. That is true. That is true. Reece James and Olise also sucked when they played hard, according to Santiago. Santiago. I mean, whatever Lord said over here, I really agree with him. I really agree with him very, very well. We need a number 9 who is good with his head. And
Sorry, Nick, can I just say something on the Alvarez thing quickly?
yeah, go ahead, Dan. I mean, DJ.
Listen, I get what people are talking about. Did someone mention about height? About Alvarez just now in the comments about his height. Can I just let people? Can I just get fans or people to realise 2 players that had no height that done well when they came over here was Carlos Tevez and the ex-Manchester City Argentinian striker Aguero. They were not tall. But look how they turned out at Manchester City. Look how Aguero turned out at Manchester City. So when people say Alvarez hasn't got the height, I have to say I do disagree with that, because I think he can just come in and do a good job, just like those two did. So for me, in that way, I think if we can get Alvarez, I'll choose Alvarez over Sesko any day of the week. And that's only because it's not that I don't rate Sesko. Okay, it's only because Alvarez has got the Premiership experience. And he knows how to play. And he's played under Maresca. Well, he's been part of a Maresca team with Pep Guardiola as well. So Maresca knows him pretty well. So there's one manager that can get the best out of him like Pep does. I believe Maresca can do the same thing. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that. Before you guys move on. Sorry, Nick, I had to interrupt you, brother. I just want to make that
you're right.
Sorry, Nick. Nick, can I just quickly comment about Alvarez?
Yeah, go ahead.
We did the video, DJ. DJ, quickly question for you, yeah?
Yeah, bro. Go on.
At River Plate, he scored 54 goals in GNA, yeah? With 9 assists for River Plate, yeah? And he touches for very well, right? And also, since he's been Man City player off the bench, what he did at River Plate, he's also competed the digits 2 seasons for Man City. The thing is, what, yeah, if we're getting Alvarez and people's talking about how short he is, we don't cross his.
Say that again, Dan.
But Marcin, we don't cross balls in anyway. Where do we ever? Where does our wingers cross?
Spot on, bruv. Spot on, Dan.
So you're talking about a player coming into a thing, yeah? Where's the crossings coming from inside the box, DJ? We don't do it anyway, so there's no point. Yeah?
Exactly.
There's no point getting a tall striker in if we don't cross it in anyway. So Alvarez, right, he has a brilliant good touch, and I've spoken to a lot of Man City fans, saying how much he's like Aguero. People say Alvarez is better than Eden Haaland. Everyone says he's better than Eden Haaland because he knows how to finish more than Haaland. And it's facts. I'm talking facts here. So if you're going to bring that Alvarez at Chelsea to do the digits, you can't complain because we don't cross the ball in the air anyway. So it's no point if you're going to get a short thing or a tall striker in. We don't bring the balls up in the air. The only most time we had one corner, and it ain't really high anyway. It's like a low cross. What Reece James came in after his injury, he crossed that ball in, and what did Jackson do? Header it. That's the first cross we've actually done in the whole season. So any day, yeah, if we do get Alvarez in, the thing is we're not going to cross next season. So unless if you bring in like Elise, like if you bring in quality wingers to do that kind of stuff, but for a minute we ain't going to know who we're getting to do the crosses for next season.
All right, I do agree with you, Dan. At one point, I know I came in the building. Yeah, I have to give him a microphone so he can also drop some few cents on the show. Yes, I do agree with you and disagree with you in one part, as you just said, Dan. You know, Alvarez, considering the way we play, if you're gonna play just like we did play under Mauricio Pochettino, then the best player to we have to bring in will be Alvarez. But if our style change. And you have to remember the reason why Erling Haaland doesn't look good in Manchester City side is because the way they play. They don't cross balls. Where the game starts from and how it ends. So Haaland will always going to be. The style of play is going to be against him in one way or the other. But there's no way that Alvarez can be better than Erling Haaland. No way. Not even close. Close.
Man City fans said he's better at finishing.
Who are Man City fans? Who are they?
Okay, Nick, can I ask you a question? Ask you a question, bro. I'll give you a quick question for you right now, right? Who's better at this moment in time? Would you say Sergio Aguero or Haaland?
Alvarez.
That's what I said.
No, I said Aguero. No, bro. No, Makim. I said Aguero.
Alvarez has done it all, you know. He's done everything.
No, he's making an argument between these two players.
Yeah, I say who's the better striker?
and
Exactly.
Haaland, right? It's
Yeah.
like Aguero and Haaland. And I'll say
Aguero.
this. Yeah, the style of play is a bit different. Haaland doesn't suit the way Manchester City play. Put Haaland in Real Madrid team, and he will murder the number of goals he will score. You'll be surprised because they
No, but
cross the
Nee,
ball.
yeah, but Nee, you can't really say that because Aguero, yeah,
Yeah.
as much as he was short, yeah, he was very strong. Him and Alvarez, yeah, have a lot in common when it
It's
comes to
with the style of play.
finishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
And
strong
Carlos Tevez,
finishers.
They have a lot of
throw
common.
Carlos Tevez
And
in
the
that
and the
conversation
and
as
the
well.
thing is, yeah, and the thing is, yeah, Aguero was surrounded by tanks. The wingers were physical back then.
Facts.
There's Abletes and all of those guys. They had Eden Dzeko. They had Jovetic. They had a bunch of hench guys around Aguero for when the ball comes down. This is my point, yeah. If we get Alvarez, we still need to purchase a big man because Nicholas Jackson has a limit when it comes to being the big man. He can do it, but not to a T like a Ivan Toney or a Victor Boniface. We still need a big man, even if we can get Alvarez. This
Makin,
doesn't
what
change anything.
what Makim, what you're saying really makes sense. But you have to look at these two players that played under Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. We have Thierry Henry that played under Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. You have Zlatan Ibrahimovic that played under Pep Guardiola at Barcelona. Look at how both played. They never suits the style of play. And look at Messi and Iniesta and other players that played with the same manager. Now, when what's his name again? Zlatan move away from Barcelona. See how good he was playing in that same role at Manchester United, playing in that same role for was it Juventus
Yes,
or
but
AC Milan. That is what I'm saying. If
Ibra
if yeah,
relies on very dynamic wingers. He doesn't rely on show ups. The show ups
That's
that
facts.
they don't work well with him. He works with very concentrated wingers that deliver on a consistent basis. Very
and,
consistent.
and if you
We
can
don't have
if
that
you can watch
like
it,
a
most
lot.
of the crosses in Pep Guardiola's
Yeah.
team are not coming they're not coming through the air. They're always what I say downwards crosses for these players to knock it in. You get what I'm saying? Aguero and the Alvarez you're talking about. Most of the goals are not coming from the air. Most of the goals. So
Yeah,
Pep Guardiola,
but
if you have
for him
tall
to
number
become
9,
Aguero,
yeah.
he's gonna need it. He's gonna need the big guys around if he's gonna be our Aguero. Because even Jackson today, he still struggles up there by himself. Yeah, there's no one to bring the ball down for him.
Right.
He needs it as much. He needs it. He needs it as much as Alvarez needs it too. They both need it. They might be able to work together, but they both need a big man to bring the ball down so we can control the actual game. This is what Arsenal did with Giroud. City did it with Haaland, header it straight out to the width. Most teams do it. You need a big man to bring it down. It doesn't
So
work all that way. It's not like if you let's say if you don't have it, it will be hard for him to show his talents for us. He's gonna need to have that surrounding around him if he comes to Chelsea. Otherwise, it's gonna be a waste.
And he's speaking facts and only.
but that's what I'm saying. You cannot have Alvarez. You cannot have any other striker there. Sesko. How can you have Sesko? How can you have Alvarez and have Nicholas Jackson, who cannot even put the ball on target, more or less for him to score? We can't do that in the
But Nicholas
same
Alvarez is
transfer
better than
window.
Nicholas Jackson with finishing touch, though.
So
Man.
either you get one,
Yeah, do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know
Sesko.
what? They're quite similar. They're actually very similar. If you really think about it, they're very similar. We need something here. This is why I don't mind the John Durant thing. This is why I don't mind it
Sorry, guys,
because he'll
I've
be
got to go
cheap
because my
and
dinner's
he'll
here.
be able
But
to
big
do the
up to
job.
everyone. Big up to everyone.
Love, bro. Love, bro.
Big up, Dan, bruv. Big up.
This is why I'm okay with the John Durant because we need somebody. We need a big man up there that can bring the ball down so we can play ball for real. Jackson can't do it. He's struggling by himself. Julian Alvarez will struggle too. We still need that big guy up there.
Just don't get Sesko, please.
Sesko is not the guy. He's just another Tammy Abraham, man. We don't
Bro,
need that.
keep it, yeah. I just looked this up, yeah. So Alvarez in about 211 games, yeah, has got 6 headers from 90 goals, 6 from 9-0 in about 211 games, yeah, at about 5'7", yeah.
Yeah.
Sesko in about 137 games in senior football has 66 goals and 10 of them are headers. Brother,
Oh my God.
I know that you've played like quite a lot less, yeah, and you've scored like nearly 30 less.
Yeah.
But I expect more headers from someone who's about 6'5".
Facts.
Bro, if you're 6'5", I'm expecting header after header after header, fam.
Facts.
What if your wingers are not crossing the ball very well, which we've seen?
No, but if your wingers aren't crossing it, then okay, that's on them, yeah. But at the same time, I'm sure they can put a ball to a decent height for you and get your head on it.
I do agree.
My thing is, yeah,
Mhm.
out of 66 goals, I'm surprised he's only got 10 that are headers.
That's Sesko.
Yeah, I'd expect him to have a few more goals and a few more headers.
And we keep talking about his height. This guy, he's a skillful player. His game is like Jackson. He's a downgrade to Jackson. We're not realizing this. He's a ball to feet kind of guy.
I bet nobody thought they'd ever hear that sentence in their life because there were so many people slandering Jackson. I bet they never thought that sentence ever get said.
All right, thank you very much, guys. We're going to move on from that striking department. We'll be looking at this goalkeeping department also. Sanchez is right there, and then Bulka is also over there, and it's been linked. Yes, Chelsea still has to spread the money. The money is the problem right now. FFP, the situation is also going on. And we did talk about Chelsea, property in terms of the hotel and whatnot have been sold. And we'll be looking at there also. DJ Sav has his opinion on that. All right. So before we come back, big up to you, Coolest Chairs podcast. Hit the like button, people. According to my brother, he said, big up everyone in the chat. Lord Vipination said, for heading, it's not just about height. You need to be good at jumping at this moment. Yeah, that is true. I'll tell you,
That's
the number of NBA,
but at the same time, I would still expect more.
Yeah, NBA players that have the shorter height and the jump is ridiculous. I can tell you something. I don't watch much of NBA, but I have certain key players that the jump is ridiculous. All right, so big up to Coolest Chairs. Santiago in there says a bold idea by Sesko and Alvarez to play 9 and 10. Keep code. I think I've read that one. So I'll move on from there. Coolest Chairs said, I think I'm speaking facts, but Dan don't think so. Coolest Chairs said, Phantom, how do you feel about your boy coming to Chelsea? I'm not so sure which of the boys that Coolest Chairs is talking about. Phantom said Nico Jackson is useful as a winger. Yes, you can benefit a lot from in that department also. But is that why we brought him to the football club? We will overpay for Alvarez. I've seen the price tag is around 80 million. I
saw something today that now says that they could be open to 70 million. So I don't know why it suddenly dropped 10 million, but I'm still not interested at that price.
Yeah, Coolest Chef said this is why I want Santiago. Is this Santiago?
Gimenez.
He's
Feyenoord, right?
I'm not so sure where he belongs. Let
Who's
me
that?
join.
Santiago.
Hey, Coolest Charles, big up Tobago, bruv. What's going on?
Yeah, big up to my brother. I think I don't know the time that he usually stream, but I saw his live stream once, and I jump on my way going somewhere, but I jump on for a while and start listening to it. Big up to you, my brother. Let me give you some few minutes to say something. And go ahead, brother. What really triggered you to jump on the show today?
Yeah, I just want to show some love. Big up, guys. I hope you're all good. Guys on the chat, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Show some love. Appreciate Nini. So overall, guys, I think in terms of the striker market, we don't have to get it wrong. We don't have to get the similar profile as Jackson. I know our fan base are focusing on a better player than Jackson, but at the same time, they want a similar player like Jackson, but who's better as a finisher? And I agree with someone here. He said that we need a better profile, right? So at the end of the day, I don't want another potential striker. I said it before. Give me a striker that already scoring 20 plus goals
Goals.
per season.
The
Who's
one who's
ready?
doing it, not the one that has an idea of doing it in the future. The one that is doing it now.
Yes, like for example, I love the guy from Sporting,
Mhm.
Victor Gokeres, right? I wanted
Gokeres.
Victor Osimhen. Yes, I wanted Victor Osimhen, but at the end of the day, the club are not looking for him. So give me Victor Gokeres, Santiago Jimenez, who knows how to score goals, and also they are tall. Yes, I know sometimes height is not important, but at the same time, we have a new set piece coach, so height will be important for him in order for us to do well in terms of set pieces, right? So that's my take, guys.
I mean, you're spot on, coolest. Just is anyone here who has anything against what my brother just said? DJ Steven, Makim, and
Um,
what is done there?
personally, yeah. First of all, yeah, I don't like this degradation, yeah, of Jackson, yeah, as if like he's a lesser player. Like I don't like that. In the season, yeah, this guy scored over 30 goals, yeah. I think he deserves the appreciation and the respect when we say bigger name profile players. Who in the Premier League right now is really doing what Jackson is doing? Nobody. Nobody's doing it. So we need to stop doing that to these players, saying that oh we need a better profile, as if Jackson is not doing what he's supposed to do. We can get like I said before, we need a big man. We need someone like Boniface, Gyökeres. Personally, I wanted Gyökeres because he plays like a man, that to bring the ball down so that goals can happen. Jackson's capable of doing what Alvarez does. He's capable of these things. So if we can get a big man with Jackson, that can also work too. We don't need to opt him out.
What do you think, DJ?
Yeah, no, listen, on the Jackson thing, I think people seem to forget, and this is why whenever people come at Jackson, I always say to them, you know, in his first season, he beat Didier Drogba's record of scoring goals in his first season, where Drogba didn't do that. And you know how much we all love Didier Drogba here, right? He's the king of Stamford Bridge. It's as simple as that. For me, there's no one that's going to touch Didier Drogba at Chelsea for me. But you know, for me, you know, if he can beat Didier Drogba's record in his first season at Chelsea, what wrong is this guy doing? And this is why I keep coming to fans whenever they come at Jackson. I always say that please do remember what this guy's actually done. You know, before you guys get on his back, because I think sometimes Chelsea fans forget that. And I'm not talking about anybody here, by the way. I'm just talking about some general, because I've seen on Twitter and on X and people putting down Jackson. I don't personally like it.
Yeah, it's a narrative. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People have got to remember what he's actually done since he's come to the club, and he's done better than Drogba in his first season.
He scored the same amount of goals in this year. Yeah, he scored the same amount of goals in two different teams in one season.
You know the issue with our tech, right? I think the issue with our tech is that the decision making is very poor, especially at the final third. If they pull their head up before trying to score a goal, I think we should have scored many goals, especially Jackson or Noni or Palmer. They were selfish until maybe last 5 to 6 games in the Premier League. But overall, if we need to do better as a team, I think these players don't have to be selfish. They should pass each other and score goals.
Yeah, but that's a bit partial though, because you're expecting him, you're putting a burden on him to have a 10-10 performance, then you can say he's a good player.
Yeah,
that's not really fair.
I mean, to say whether he's a good player or not a good player, to be honest with me, to be honest to say, he is a good player, but that's just that he's not finishing very well. We know a good player, and I've heard a lot of people talk about Jackson that he's going to get much better in the following season. He is a good player. When you see a good player, if you watch football before, you've seen a good player, you can tell by his body movement, the way he track the ball, the way he give passes, the way he hold on to the ball. But the problem with Jackson is just the finishing. And if you understand Jackson's problem is he's
Yeah,
not
but
a
need
typical
the
number 9.
respect comes along with it, though. He deserves to have the respect to
Oh
come
yeah,
along with that.
definitely. One season in the Premier League, arguably the most difficult league in the world, to be able to score double figures in terms of goals, he deserved that respect. He deserved it. That is true.
He
And
scored the same amount in Villarreal. He carried on his streak. I don't think we understand this.
yeah. So, a Phantom Many Topic said Ivan Tony is a striker who scores. Ivan Tony is out, is missing. He's gone. He's gone. One, his age is not helping him. Two, he's not scoring goals since he returned from his jail terms, 7 jail, and where was it? Maybe Miami,
Went
Florida
jail,
jail.
but I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I'm
He
trying to
did
add
when he
more.
first came back, and then he went on a streak of like 10, 12 games at the end of the season where he didn't score.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not helping Ivan Tony at all. According to my brother Phantom of Minute Topic, Ateta thinks Alvarez might be a number 9. He's not a number 9. He's not a number 9. Coolest sister, coolest. When you say my boy, do you mean Torsen? Is it Torsen Adebayo? Is that what you mean? Remember, yeah, coolest. Just remember you said something. Is Phantom happy the boy is coming to Chelsea? He doesn't really understand that message. Nico Jackson will be Mo Salah. He is not a striker. All right, Phantom of Many Topics. Santiago said, would Jackson be able to adjust to Marasco's is it possession game? Most of Jackson's goals came from counter. Jackson need 5 good chances to score a goal. Hopefully he improves, according to Santiago.
The
What do
thing
you
is,
guys
though,
make of this comment?
the only thing I'll quickly jump in on this, yeah, his actual overall game, like his link-up play in that, is actually quite good. And I don't think he always gets the credit he deserves for that. Because obviously playing at striker, more spotlights put onto his finishing. I don't think many people actually give him credit for his actual link-up play as much as it deserves. Like, genuinely, he can be frustrating. I think I've said it here before. If not, then I'm going to say it anyway. But he's one of the most frustrating players to watch because I think it was one of the last games of the season. He got the ball deep. He had 3 players on him. He's got past them, gone on the attack, and then 2 minutes later, he's missing a chance. Like, he can do something so good, and you think, oh, that's absolutely brilliant. 2 minutes later, he's missing a chance, and you're like, how have you missed, like, a chance that you should be finishing?
Yeah, but he's
Like,
not experienced as well. You're forgetting his age.
no,
This
bro,
guy's not
I've got nothing
experienced in the
against him. I like
spotlight.
him, right? Bro, I give him credit, yeah. All I've said before is, like, I give him credit, but we can all acknowledge whilst doing so that there are certain aspects of his game that he needs to improve at the same time. But he's young. Like, he's what, 23? Right?
Yep, 23.
So naturally, he should be progressing anyway.
I mean, bro's got the same amount of numbers he's got in Villarreal along with assists. So it's mad when people say, oh, yeah, he's got so many chances he don't score, yeah? That's because he's creating them more himself.
He does
This
create a
guy's
lot of
tired.
good chances
This
himself.
guy's tired, but most of the time, yeah, when he gets on the end of the ones that we're upset about, by the time he gets there, he's knackered. But the ones he scores, he creates them himself too. He puts a
runs
lot of work in.
That's
what I'm saying.
A lot of running. The miles that this guy put in every. Look at the games that he plays. Most of the time, the transition from defense to attack is all Jackson that does that. Jackson does a lot of almost about 60 to 80%, 70% of that transition is done by Jackson. He runs probably from the 18 all the way to the opposition 18, and then when he gets there, then he fumbles. By the time he gets there, he's already tired. And it does that multiple times. Most of the transition is carried on by Jackson. You get what I'm saying? So
And and he does it the whole game as well. It's
yeah,
crazy. And it's
it's not
crazy
that
because sometimes you even see
okay.
Cole Palmer get upset with him sometimes because of that. Because he does too much.
Too much running. And it looks like he doesn't get tired. He can play. He has the heart of N'Golo Conte. He can play for over 120 minutes. That's what
Yeah,
you
because
always
he's got the same amount of assists. It's crazy. He's got high assists as well.
right.
Him and Cole Palmer did crazy things this year. We have to admit it.
It's not easy. It's not easy. But anyway, DJ, is anyone want to say something before we move on to the last topic for us to wrap up, if you would?
No, I'm good. What you mean? You mean in terms of Jackson? You mean?
Yeah, anything regarding Jackson, Alvarez?
No, look, no. All I'll say is, yeah, I get what Steve's saying. I get everyone's comments that sometimes he can be a frustrating player. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not. He can be, but we also can't forget about what he does as well. And as I said, he's never, for me at this moment in time. I'm not going to compare him to Didier Drogba because there's no comparisons at the moment. Because for me, no one can touch Drogba at this moment in time. I know Diego Costa came in and did a bit of a job, but Drogba was always our guy. He was probably our best striker we ever had at the club in years, along with obviously Costa after that. But for me, look, I as I said it will take time, and I think all it comes down to is to beat Drogba's record in his first. That's by no means that is not an easy record to do, and he's done that. And so that's why I said people have just got to lay off him a little bit. That's all.
Anyone want to say something before we go? Steven?
Not really. The only thing I will say is to Phantom's comment here about if Clear Lake don't want Poch but they want possession, why not just get Sarri to return? Yeah, nah, I'm fine, thanks. Brother, we were like 1 or 2-0 down against Man United in the FA Cup. Fam, he took off a midfielder and brought on a defender. Are you mad? Bro, you're in a cup game. It's all or nothing. It's a one-off game. Just go for it, man.
I'm not so sure if you've heard what
Bro, that
Sarri
was like
said.
the only time I actually left the game like more than like 2 minutes early. I'm not joking. Bro, everyone wanted him gone. Like,
yeah, I was not
genuinely.
one. I was one.
Bro, he's one of the few managers I'll never take back.
Yeah, but he signed
Benitez are like the 3 managers I'll never take back.
But at least he won. Well, the 2 managers you mentioned there, bro. At least they got us a Europa Cup.
Yeah, but Benitez is a term I can't use.
But I get that. Oh yeah. No, Benitez. No. Yeah, I know what you're going to say, and I know exactly what that comment is. I know I won't say it either.
It's crazy. It's crazy because my man got a good record as well.
Let's just say it's a 4-letter word. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I get it, bro. I get it 100%. I get it, mate.
Like he's won everywhere, I swear. Benitez. Didn't he win everywhere he went? Like, it's crazy.
To you, honestly, I just don't care about Benitez. The guy
and the maddest thing, yeah. My man was hated by everywhere he went as well. That's crazy.
Didn't he wear a red tie on his Chelsea first game in the Premier League?
Yeah, that in itself, man. I mean, that's just uncalled for. I mean, come on, a red tie.
Like, bro, you literally made comments about Chelsea in the past.
Your fans don't like you.
And then you just go, look, I get it. It shouldn't be a big thing, yeah. But when Chelsea and Liverpool are big rivals, you made comments about Chelsea that caused fans to hate you, and then you're wearing a red tie on your first game, bro. Just keep digging.
Champions League, bro. Champions League. That was the biggest time, wasn't it, mate? With the comments that were coming out after in Champions League, we all remember that. We all remember what happened in there, don't we?
All right, interesting, guys. We have talked a lot regarding all these names that have been linked with Chelsea Football Club. But the last thing we're gonna finish with looking at the transfer window overview, guys. Looking at the transfer window overview, Chelsea overall strategy, financial constraint, and other potential targets that are coming in. Chelsea will be looking forward to bring in, Alvarez, another striker, who might cost Chelsea about 70 to 80 million, and then bring in another striker who can cost about 50 to 60 million. They're looking at a goalkeeper. We haven't even talked about a a left back player. Maybe Chelsea might end up keeping what's his name again, Ben Chilwell. But then we're not talking about left back or any other position. We've already spent free transfer on Tosin Adebiriayo. Is the name. So looking at these targets that we are talking about today, that will take Chelsea almost about around 190 to 200 million. Do Chelsea have that luxury to spend 190 million on another, three players? I'm talking about three positions for next season.
How much did you say?
About 190 to 200 million.
So let's take the higher number of 200 million. Yeah? Say that on anything over 5 years, it's amortized by 5 years now, no matter what. That's 40 million on the books a year on transfer fees alone, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's fine by me. I'll be honest. And the thing is, do you know what makes me laugh? Yeah. You know how Ornstein came out and said Chelsea don't need to sell before June the 30th, yeah? The other day, Sky did an article the other day. It was like Chelsea, Newcastle, Villa.
Yeah, yesterday they did that.
And Everton and Forest, I think, were two of the other teams, yeah?
Yeah.
All need to sell before the deadline, blah, blah, blah. And then they put out a statement today or something, didn't they? Basically saying that, actually, Chelsea don't need to sell before the 30th of June deadline. Bro, you're actually dumb. We got told this like 2 months ago by one of the most reliable guys in this whole like area of sports news.
Yeah, nah, football's corrupt still. That's
No,
mad.
all I'm saying, yeah, there's a reason why man calls it slow sport news, yeah? Man, they just proved it to me. Like
Slow
1 to 2
sport
days
news.
ago, need to sell, need to sell, need to sell, need to sell. Next day, don't need to sell, don't need to sell. Delete the post, delete the post.
Do you know what it comes down to, guys? Every time it comes to Chelsea Football Club, this is the thing.
Bro,
the
easy
press,
clicks.
the press have to find something to knock us with, and they'll continue to. This has happened ever since Roman Abramovich bought us, right? This is from going back Roman's time. They've been trying to find ways of knocking Chelsea every time, and
Yeah,
and
but
now
we're not making it any easier for them, are we? We're not making it any harder,
I
are
get
we?
that. Yeah, but bro, we're not the only club that does all this kind of stuff. It's done all
Look
the
at
time,
Lukaku,
mate.
bro.
Hey, do you know what we got to do next?
Like, my dad, yeah, can't stop grilling me, yeah, about Lukaku till this day, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
guys, you know what we got to do next?
What's that?
Sell the restaurants at Stamford Bridge.
Oh,
really
mate.
rub the salt in the wounds. Really rub the salt.
More
Dinner
assets,
ladies.
bro. More assets, yeah.
Bro, it's so jokes because they tried to block it and it failed. Like only 11 teams voted for it. They need like 14.
So,
DJ.
mate, yeah, bro. Sorry.
Same question that I asked Steven.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Sorry, I went off topic. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Do you think that we have enough, balancing the book like Steven said? He's got 40 on the amortization.
I think we've got to take into consideration here is that we're going to be selling players as well. So it's not just about we're just going to buy. We will sell some players that will help as well, along with it, because you can't keep a full squad like we had when they first came.
When we had Potter.
Yeah, where you had Potter and you got players can't even get rooms, they can't sit in the changing room, all sitting outside the changing rooms. Yeah, we can't have another situation like that again. So for me, look, they will sell some players. Some players will go. Don't forget, we've got players coming back from loan as well that are going to go. I think your Kepas, your Lukaku's, players like that, all going to leave.
Ziyech's already gone.
Ziyech's gone already. Yep, we already know Ziyech is gone already. So there will be some departures. So yeah, I mean, if they can get that right, then yeah, I cannot see, as long as it's the right players they get rid of. I said it already. I don't want to see Trevor Chalobah sold as one of them players. And I certainly don't want to see Conor Gallagher sold, but it's going to end up probably happening. One of those two is probably going to end up going. So, it'll be them along with some other players that will go. But yeah, we'll obviously balance the books in that way.
The quick thing I would just go on.
Or even both.
Would you Chalobah, bro? Would you get rid of Chalobah, Nakeem?
I'm just
Honestly.
saying, like they both could probably go. Like you never know.
But would you like to see Chalobah go?
You're asking me, the man,
Yeah.
Marcin himself.
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, you. But I should be the answer is no, bruv.
I have my answer for you.
Sorry,
So when it's done, I'll
I'm
give you
I'm
mine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the party pooper.
Oh,
Bro
I
must
should have
go.
known.
He has to leave the town.
Harsh.
No,
Why, bruv?
because he has to. No, he's a good right back, yeah, but he's not being considered as a right back. As a centre back position, yeah, he doesn't have the levels here to keep up here with what we need and what we have. If
But
he
do you not
did,
think
yeah, fair enough.
But do you not think you fit
But
the
they never
system?
put him on loan. They
But do you not
wasted
think
his
you're-
talent. They wasted his time.
But do you not think you'll fit a Marasca system better than the Sassi, for example?
No, Disasi is a very good ball playing defender. Disasi can be a defensive midfielder. These French defenders are different. Sometimes even Badiashile can play DM like from
Oh
Monaco.
no,
He did it
Badiashile. I'll never
sometimes.
go to Badiashile. No, Badiashile will be one of the ones I'll never see leave. I think for me, let the
Yeah.
guys. Nah, not him.
But yeah, but the shit's
The guys
Yeah, well, yeah.
he's better on the
Those
ball.
guys, they're very technical at the feet. But as a centre back, Chalobah, he can't really keep up with it. It's not good for him because he's been compared to someone like Wesley Fofana who doesn't even play. It's not good.
This is where I stand on.
Competition is fierce.
This is where I stand on Chalobah. To me, I'll never every football club in the Premier League want to see the academy graduates playing in the first team, and that is how I see Chalobah. I'm always happy when I see the academy graduates, the likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and all those Tammy Abraham and the rest. Oh, I want to see them playing in our
Yeah,
first
but
team.
they was okay. Those guys, they was okay with being squad players. Gallagher and
let me
Chalobah,
land. I
the
did
plans
not.
for them is
Yeah,
not for them to be squad players. Do you get what I mean? Like they're not going to go along with it.
I do understand, Marcin. But what I was trying to say is
Yeah, sorry,
every Premier League team would love to see the academy players playing in the first 11. But with the situation at which we stand, with the financial FFP and how the Premier League have shaped its way in the sense that how you can spend much money you can spend in a season really forces the teams to spell and to end up spending selling the academy graduates because full profits come from there. You go out and bring in another player, it might not cost you as much as you're selling your own academy graduates. Like we sold Mount, that's how much money we got. If you sell someone that you never spend that much money on, let's say Chalobah, Omari Hutchinson, and the rest, they're coming from the academy. You didn't spend anything on him bringing them to the football club. So whatever if you sell them 30 million, that's full profit going into the book. So it is the Premier League that have caused these problems. Manchester City, Newcastle United have to sell certain players, their top players, to be able to balance the book. And how can Premier League teams compete with the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, and then Italian clubs? Because the financial string, the way they've restricted things in the Premier League is not good. From what I'm hearing yesterday is they are going to sit down, they're going to restructure in terms of financial spending in the Premier League and try to adjust things to help the teams out because it's too much. It's too much. Premier League will be there for the next 3-5 years and will never win anything. It's going to be from Spain or Italy. Mark it on the wall because everyone is moving to Italy and then moving to Spain, and they will be winning in Real Madrid. Don't be surprised. Real Madrid will win again, bringing in Mbappe. Don't be surprised. Madrid will win again next season because the team is not getting weaker, but then it's becoming stronger and stronger. So that's where I stand. I love Chalobah, but Chelsea cannot help themselves. Too much financial strength over here.
The only thing that I'll quickly say, because I've got to hop off in a minute, is that we don't have to sell for this deadline, but we have to sell before the end of the transfer window because the UEFA deadline is the 31st of December. So we have to sell for that deadline. But Lewis Hall's gone, Marcin will go, I'd imagine at least one of Chalobah or Gallagher go. Amari Hutchinson could go. There's talk of like somewhere between 20 to 30 million for him as well. So straight away, say you get 20 million for him. Say you get 20 million for Broja. Yeah. Say you get, I don't know, 35 million's a release clause for Marcin, right? So them 3 players alone, that's 75 million straight away. Right?
Yeah.
Then if you chuck in, let's just say for argument's sake, you chuck in Gallagher, yeah? That puts you at 125 million, if my maths is correct, of pure profit.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, Lukaku would go, but that's no net profit. That's got to be for what's on the books. Kepa could go, but that'll probably be for what's on the books. Ziyech's gone. But the big thing is the wages will go down as well. With Ziyech going and Lukaku going and Kepa going. Well, we don't know if Kepa's going, but it's
I
almost...
think Malang Sarr will be on that as well, Steve. I think Malang Sarr will be another one.
Bro, don't remind me about this guy. Even, bro, it's so funny.
I was going to say the same thing.
I'll never, ever forget when Poch got asked about him and he asked who he was. Bro, got asked about Malang Sarr and he had to ask who he was. But no, I've got
I don't know what happened
anyway because I've still got to eat, and then after that I'm going to watch England. Even though it's got
that's on tonight, isn't it? What time's that game kick off, bro? I forgot about that game.
5 minutes, I think.
I'm gonna go and watch that as well.
Yeah.
I forgot
I've
about
still
that.
got to eat.
Who's playing?
Huh?
Who's playing?
England
versus Iceland.
I forgot all about that.
Believe I believe Johnson's son's playing up top for Iceland.
Is he? That's
Yeah.
interesting to watch. That's interesting. Another good. Well, he was a good striker, wasn't he? I had a good the Iceman. I had a good Johnson, man. What a striker!
All right, guys. If we discuss everything, then we're probably gonna end the stream.
What I'm saying is run it back.
Lots of comments. I wasn't watching. Guys, apologize. I wasn't watching the comment section, but I apologize. Phantom of the topic. Gabriel A. Big up to Gabriel A. Guys,
big up, Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel, big up to you. It says maybe 10 million for Kepa, according to Gabriel. Santiago said Kepa will be hard to sell. Broja will be sold easy with 3 to 4 clubs already interested in him. Gabriel said the fans saying a 1 billion wasted.
Sorry, guys.
Let's see.
Sorry, guys. Do you guys not think Broja is better than Sesko? Do you guys not think Broja is a better option than Sesko?
You can't tell. Broja have done it in the Premier League before and hasn't really.
That's my pick.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
that's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if push comes to shove, I probably would keep. You're right. I'd probably end up keeping Broja rather than signing Sesko for that reason only.
Yeah. I mean, Sesko hasn't been my go-to striker. It has always been Gyökeres. I've seen Gyökeres play in not live, but on on the highest stage in terms of Champions League and some highlights. And I love him more than Sesko. Sesko probably I'll go with Phantom of Mini topic, a Timo Werner style of play. Yeah. And one of those players that are scoring the goals, but when they make their move to the Premier League, they can't see the pulse. So
what about a striker? I think he was mentioned only weeks ago. I don't know how true it is. Is it Gerase? Is it Gerase?
Gerase. I probably that name with some familiar.
Yeah, he's who does he play for? He plays in the Bundesliga. I think he plays in the. Does he play in the Bundesliga or does he play in the French league? He's a striker. He's been mentioned as well, but I think he's he's around about. Stephen's gone at the wrong time. He would have known straight away. I think he's around about, or anyone in the comments might know who I'm talking about. I think he's about 26, 27.
What's his name again?
Gerase. All I know is Gerase. Gerase. His name is Gerase. Gerase. Yeah.
Okay.
So what? Are we not looking for any more strikers? Like, are we done? Like, is it just going to be Alvarez?
It looks like it's between Alvarez, Sesko, are the two I think that have been talked about at the moment. Gyökeres is still there as well. That's another possibility. But I know my one I wanted, Osimhen, is not coming. I'm so gutted about that one because I wanted him at Chelsea. I wanted him at Chelsea this summer. So we ain't doing that anymore for whatever reason. But yeah. I mean, he could be. He would have been ideal for us, but our owners have decided not to do it, bro. So I don't know what to say on that one. But it looks like it's between Sesko and Alvarez and Gerikes.
Caracas. Okay.
No, but the guy I'm talking about is Geras. I can't get his name. I know anyone in the comments might have seen it. I don't know. Is he there? Anyone in the comments?
I can trying to figure things out here. I can't get the
I
name
can't.
right, maybe.
Let me see if I can get him. Things if I go and check it on mine, I may cut off from you, boo. Let me see. Let's try and go into it quickly if I can without getting cut off.
We can since Gabriel said I wanted Osimhen from
Yep.
last year, but gone off the radar. Gone off the radar. The idea now as too expensive and a big gamble considering his poor season and also injury situation, which I do agree with you. You know, Osimhen did it one season and he was good. We saw another competition, which we think, okay, we can give him a pass, African Cup of Nation. Maybe the team were not helping him, but we saw how bad he was in the African Cup of Nation. DJ Sav and some of us said, you know, we don't have to judge him based on that competition. But he came back to the Italian league, and still things hasn't gone well for Victor Osimhen. So it's going to be a very, very big gamble, and we have done it 1,000 times in the Premier League. Chelsea bring in big name strikers that hasn't gone well for Chelsea, and they're spending so much money for Andriy Shevchenko. Fernando Torres, you can give him a pass for his wonderful, wonderful contribution towards our first ever Champions League glory. So we can give him a pass on that, and he scores a few goals in the Premier League. But besides that, you know, we brought in Nicolas Anelka, who was also good for us. And
Lee, I got the
others
striker,
like
bro.
Timo Werner. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
His name is Serahu Girasay. He plays for Stuttgart. He's like 28 years old.
Okay. Oh yeah. I heard about that guy. Yeah.
He's been mentioned as a possibility as well. That was linked with us. He plays for Stuttgart.
Stuttgart striker, right?
Yeah. If you want to spell his name, it's Guirasay.
Girasay. It's Guirassy.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Is it Serahu?
Serahua Yadali Girasay.
But the thing that goes against him, he's 28 years old, so that might be a possible no on that. But he was linked with us.
He was born in 1996. He was born in 1996.
What a striker he is, mate. What a finisher. But whether we get him, I don't know as well.
Someone said it is Turase. Tall. Turase. Okay.
Yes, no, I've got it here. What I'll do, bro, is what after I've done, I'll send it to you. I'll send this whole profile to you.
Yeah, I've got a name from Google is saying is Surha.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
Surha Serhou. Yeah.
That's the guy.
Is the name. So I think that Santiago I could probably find another one called Turase. Santiago. Not the one you're talking about, Santiago. No. It's a no for you. Who do we have here? We still have Makim, so it's Makim. We lost Dan. Dan is still probably moving all his PlayStation 4 and everything to a new house. Dan, I'll call him in.
PlayStation.
PlayStation 5. Get on his butt. Who did we lose? I thought we lost someone. It looks like we lost DJ and came back again. Makim, today Makim is going to end the stream for us today. Makim, today you're going to end the stream, bro. You will end the stream for us today. Next time, I think DJ have done it before, so today is Makim.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. No worries. What are we going? Are you making tracks now?
Tracks. Yeah, I'm keeping track on people. Anyone that I've ended the stream. Today's Makim. Makim, you're going to end the stream for us today.
Yes, sir. Now we hope that we have a successful, transfer window because this next season coming up, as much as we are seeing Maresca, or maybe we don't trust him, we have to be behind the manager. We have to be behind him.
100%.
He wants the player that he wants. You get behind those players, give them a chance to prove what they can for the club. Personally, I made it clear the players that I want gone, and if they can If they can facilitate that, well, that
Mhm.
that could be a good deal. But we have a good team anyways. So if the transfer window goes well, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't compete for the title.
I
Because
mean,
Man City splitting apart. To be honest, right now, if I was a manager or I was along in Chelsea or one of the directors, I'll be picking all the future talents from Man City. I'll be taking Rico Lewis. I'll be taking these boys.
Rico Lewis from Man City.
Yeah, yeah. Give
Okay.
Cole Palmer what he wants. You want this boy to stay for years and years. You want him to stay at the end of the contract.
All right. So
So,
Gabriel Sahal
so
Gyökeres, Genio
yeah,
Gareth,
so,
Is
so
this
keep,
Girasay, bro.
is it Guinea?
Girasay,
yeah,
Girasay, it's Girasay,
Gerase, yeah, Gerase,
Garasay.
international player for Stuttgart, scores 28
Yep.
to 28 in 28 games last season, according to Gabriel. 44 goals in 58 games, 2 seasons since
Since
moving
moving from
from
Rennes.
Rennes. Impressive, impressive. Gerase is 6.2.
6'2".
That's very tall.
Yeah.
6.2 is tall, almost the height of a goalkeeper.
no, not really, man.
6.3 is the highest
No,
we've had
that's
so
not.
far.
That's not. Nah, man. No, it's not. It's for a lone striker, for the big man up top. That's quite small because
6.2.
even yeah, yeah, even what's his name? Jackson. Jackson is 6'4".
Jackson 6'4". Are you sure?
Yeah, Jackson is 6'4".
Wow.
So are we talking about like a height like Peter Crouch, Makeem? Height like that?
No,
Peter
as
Crouch
in as in like
is
height 6'2" is that's not really towering over most defenders. You're not banging in the headers if the defenders are built like Tosin, Adebayo, and Disassis and Levi Colwell. Most defenders are not going to have it from the 6'2" player. Mariano from Real Madrid, he was
Yeah,
6'2",
Mariano.
yeah.
Yeah, I know Mariano very well.
and he looks short.
So, look, Makeem. Sometimes don't let the TV deceive you, because when you watch TV, these players looks like midgets. When you see them in real life, when you see Cucurella on TV, bro, this guy looks short. But when I saw Cucurella real life, I was like, wait a minute. Is that what I've been seeing on TV? So sometimes we
He
don't
saw
have this.
greatness.
Let this TV deceive us. Yeah, these guys are
Yeah,
tall. Yeah, these guys are tall. I've seen some of them in real life. When I watch them on TV, I was
it's
like,
true
no
though.
way. Yeah,
I just
no
don't
way.
understand how some wingers can be tall. Like when you get big wingers, I don't understand. Like Rafael Leao and those guys. Like why?
Yeah, yeah.
This guy's like 6'4" and just big.
hmm I saw what's Gary Cahill. I was like, Gary Cahill, I know he's tall, but look at the height of Gary Cahill. If you see Cahill, they imagine how tall John Terry can be. John Terry is tall. Yeah. Gary Cahill, I'm nowhere near his shoulders, even nowhere near his shoulders, and I'm just 5'9", 5'10".
Mm.
Yeah, just like my brother here, Gabriel said, taller than me. I'll be happy with 6'2". Jackson is also 6'2". So yeah, average height for a striker, it should be 6'2". Wow, 6'2". But some of our goalkeepers are 6'3", 6'4", and I even think
Well,
they are tall. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, the goalkeepers that we've been linked with, I think Mamadashvili.
Mama
I mean,
Dash fella.
I think he's a real about six. Is he 6'5", 6 or something like that?
Right.
He's
Middle midfield.
tall. He's tall, boy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
tall.
yeah.
But don't those goalkeepers have disadvantage in terms of receiving the ball from the down, trying to catch the ball? We
Mhm.
know there's been a disadvantage for them going down that fast. Is very difficult for them. Goalkeepers of that height, 6'4", 6'5".
They have to be
Mm,
agile, innit?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I prefer a
That's
6'2",
why. That's why. That's
6'3".
why Courtois. That's why Courtois is one of the best.
Yeah,
For
100%.
his build, he's quite agile.
Yeah.
There's not many like that. and like
not Kepa.
Buffon. Like when you get guys like Buffon, this guy crazy.
Santiago said, let's get what's the name again? Is this Shakuli?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille
Oh,
O'Neal.
what
Oh,
a what a
Shaquille O'Neal.
what a
Shaq.
what a
Oh,
yeah
Shaq can jump, bro. He can jump.
what a basketball player he was,
What a
mate.
player. Shaquille
What a
O'Neal,
player.
he can jump more or less to go down. When Shaquille O'Neal goes down,
What a
it
player.
is game over. It's just like you knocking Tyson down on the ground. It's game over. Or maybe what's his name? The Gypsy King. It's over. He can't get up.
Oh man, he can't. Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah. Or
greatness at
maybe
work, you know.
the Big Show. Or
Big
Big Show
Show.
going down on the
Oh
ground.
man,
Or
yeah,
what's his name? Khalid. Is it Khalid, the
yeah,
Indian guy?
yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Rick Ali.
WWE.
Yeah.
Khalid. Yeah. I remember.
Khalid. He can't go down. When he goes down, and that's the end of Khalid. He's done.
What about the old Undertaker? You knock him down, the man's back up again.
Undertaker, yeah, he won't get up again. That's the end.
Kane as well.
Undertaker never goes down.
Kane as well, his brother. Another
Mhm.
one. Put him
Those
down,
big
he comes
guys
back
don't
up.
Go down, yeah. Ooh. And Kane, when it goes down, then it goes like this.
Yeah, well, look, that is, yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm up.
Do that again, do that again, do that again, do that again, do that.
And then what the Undertaker does is when he gets up and he shows his eyes, the gloves go straight to
Yeah.
the neck. Gets
I
on
think
the
he's
neck.
wearing some contacts. He's been wearing some
Yeah.
contacts.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as
yeah.
soon as it
It's
goes
funny.
down and open the eye,
Yeah,
what just happened? I'm up. You think you're down with me?
Yeah.
No, I'm up.
yeah, I remember that.
Undertaker. Oh,
Oh, one
I
of the
used-
up, one of the best,
Mm.
one of the best around. Mate,
legends.
honestly.
Yeah,
Nee,
legends.
when's preseason started?
Preseason. We got
Yeah.
Euro after the Euros. So we got
Yeah.
1 more month. Yeah, 1 more month before preseason.
And I do believe the transfer window opens the 14th of June, I think.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the 14th of June. So transfers will start happening.
So right after this preseason, they'll take about 2 to 3 weeks break before the whole preseason starts all over again. But they might have Enzo Maresca will have players that are not participating in the competition. But bear in mind also some other continents are playing World Cup qualifier. Yeah, that's why you saw Jackson bottling it, and then I saw other African countries playing. So yeah, African and the World Cup qualifier is still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The World Cup. I think we've also. I think after. I think what. Then you got the. Well, are they not going to? Then you got Copa. Isn't the Copa America coming up as well? Isn't that right? Coming up.
Copa America also coming on. Yeah, Copa America coming. Copa
No,
America,
which is the one that Enzo Fernandez was banned from going to? The club banned him. You're not going, mate. Which one was it? Was it the one? Is it the?
It's the Olympics. Olympics in France.
They told him he can't go. He can't go. So
lots of clubs are.
When's that starting? When's the Olympics starting?
Well, let me check. When is the Olympics starting?
I think that.
Yeah, because
it starts in
they
July
said,
26th. Friday, July 26th.
They said that Thierry Henry is going to be the manager for France. That's crazy. That's a big thing.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, Olympics starts on Friday, July 26, 2024. So we are in June. So next month, on the 26th of next month, that's when Olympics kick off.
And
You
Chelsea
have
apparently have
company
stopped.
with Bayern Munich,
Yeah.
and now you have Thierry. This is crazy. What if he wins everything with Bayern Munich on the first season as Zidane did?
Boy, mate, can you imagine that? Boy,
What's stopping him?
Santiago said, "What is it? Wambanyama? Wambanyama? Is it Wambanyama?" Said.
Who's that?
You know what? He probably can. You know.
He says
He probably
Wambanyama can probably play football.
I seen a video of him like juggling the football.
Oh,
I think I seen him with Mbappe.
Gabriel, hey, big up to you, mama. Guys, don't forget, I haven't said this in a long time. We've been streaming forever. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe if it's your first time watching us live on this platform. Gabriel A said, I'm glad that the Euros are starting. I have not had a chance to feel strong. strong football withdrawal symptoms yet. Also, the transfer news has been entertaining. That's from Gabriel. I'm going to the Chelsea vs Celtic game at Notre Dame since since I've been in Chicago. You're going clouds. Yeah, I'll be there, bro. I'll be there. I'll be having my live feed. I'll be bringing the live feed. It's probably I'll be streaming from the either the tunnel or maybe the press box. I'll be streaming live from the press box. I might do that. Santiago said enjoy me. Absolutely. Gabriel said enjoy. Should be a good game. Absolutely. This year I might have I'll have much more fun because I'm not gonna go with the plane because I'm gonna invest into I'll be driving around from here the east to the end side of to the state. Yeah, I'll be driving with my mobile house. I'll be moving with my mobile house instead of going for a hotel. I have a huge mobile house that can that have
Nice.
a bed of
Nice.
a bed of about 7 people that sleeps in toilet and bath and everything. So I hooked that up to my truck, and I'll be there probably 2 days before the game kickoff. So I'll get a chance to visit the training page and where they're training and everything before press conference and all that kind of stuff.
So you're gonna have like live interviews with some of the players, are you? Nick?
I'll try. Last time I didn't do a whole lot, just a little bit, because of protocol. But this time I'll try and do something else where I can have some more of an interview. I almost did with Gary Cahill, but I was in a hurry to leave and go to the hotel.
Yeah.
This time I'll try and get some
Lee,
more. Yeah.
uh, uh, is it hard to run the car?
Is it hard to run it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, is it hard to run it like the motorhome you're talking about?
No, you know, like a semi truck. Here we call it a semi
Yeah.
like a truck. The semi truck, the head, and then the trailer. Do you see how?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Let's say my pickup truck is representing the semi truck. The semi
right.
truck, and then there's something called trailer hitch. The trailer hitch is being mounted and bolted to my bed. The bed, we call it the bed over here, is the one where you pick up your stuff. The bucket where you put your stuff in, it's been mounted to the truck. So what it is I back in my truck, and then there's a hook from the trailer. The unit sits on its own wheel,
Yeah,
and then it
Yeah.
connects to
yeah,
the back
yeah.
of my truck. So I
Okay.
I put everything in, but
Nice.
it's not easy because I'm driving a 22 feet trailer. It's long.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, is
It's
it
not
hard to
easy.
run?
It's
Like,
not easy. Yeah, it's
yeah,
not easy
yeah.
driving it. Yeah, it's not easy. I've been
I always,
practicing
I
every
always wanted to ask that, but I never had it. It never come across my mind at the right time. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's 2 ton, so very heavy. And the truck, I bought a special truck to be able to move it around. Dodge Ram, which has a like double brakes. It has a brake and has a trailer brake. So when you apply the brake, it stops the trailer and then it stops the truck at the same time from moving. But yeah,
That's mad, mate. That's mad. I bet you can't wait. Bro.
I can't.
I bet you can't,
It's
mate.
Yeah, it's got outdoor shower hooked up and everything. So instead of going to a hotel and spending $200 to $300 a night, I have to use that one for gas. Put that money into gas and put it in my truck and drive it around. All I have to do is pay for water, and water a day is nothing. Maybe $10 a day, and the sewage maybe $15 a day for
But
emptying
do
your
you not
truck
do you
with
not do you
sewage.
not do you not have to change the tank?
The tank, like
Uh,
the water, and where your the toxic material goes.
no, the for the what is it? For the battery, like the what do you call it? Where you put the is it the water? Where you put the water in the water tank?
The water
Like
tank,
the
yeah, it has an
yeah.
inbuilt water heater and everything, and it has a section where
Okay.
you connect your water hose to there
I've
to
never know how
whatever
their
outlet.
things run. Okay, is it like that? So that's
Yeah,
how it's connected.
yeah. There's a section outside the mobile home where it has the water hose. You connect it to it, and it connected to the pipe outside, so it goes through it and it goes into the camper. Yeah, and then what it is there after you're done, because here is Michigan, we have a very very cold weather and it can freeze. So what we've done is at the end of the summer, you have to flash the whole system with a certain kind of water. You know, antifreeze, the water you put it in your gas tank. Yeah, you put an antifreeze. Yeah, to flash the whole system and leave it in there so it doesn't freeze your pipe and break it. Yeah, it's all cracking and break.
Oh man,
it's a lot of work though, but it's fun when you're driving without using the plane. Plane is, it's nice, but you don't get to see much of the town. The first time I went to Vegas, man, it was very hectic. I didn't drive. I used a plane, and I went there. It was Vegas in the summer. It's like you are on the Sahara Desert. Vegas is a desert itself. Vegas is the desert itself. Very hot place. When you stand there, you can see the scorchy heat rising from down. Like we all say, heat rises. It's just rising from down. You can see it. It's just like cooking. You're cooking on your stove, and you can see the steam. That's how Vegas is. Very very hot place to go. And I didn't go there at the right time. It was in the summer, and I didn't like it. Vegas, no. I went to Florida to watch. That's when I watched Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah, I've been Florida.
Florida
nice.
was lovely.
It's lovely there.
The beach. I enjoy when I went to Florida. Yeah. Then I remember going to Philadelphia also. Yeah, Philly. Philly was very very nice because I had the credentials.
What's the best stadium? What's the best stadium out of all of them?
Atlanta FC, the Bank Stadium. Damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. That is where this guy from Newcastle United, he was playing with Atlanta FC.
Amarim.
Yeah, Miguel Amarim. Yeah. That stadium is like a whole city on its own. It's got underground train. The whole stadium opens up and closes in. And more or less, if you're a press guy, a media guy, the kind of reception that they give you, the food, ice cream, you got beer and everything in there. Oh my goodness! I feel like I wasn't
in my language.
Space. That's 100%, bro. 100%.
I love it. I saw this guy. That was the first time I saw this guy from what's his name? This guy from one of these. I think he works with the Landing and Brew podcast. Matt Law, Cancella, and they won't let go of the food, man.
I can imagine that food. Oh, mate, the food, mate.
Yeah, and they have some nice espresso machine for coffee. Oh my goodness, I got my coffee rise up, and I wouldn't let go either. I was there very early, and I stayed there till almost everyone left. And I was still eating because the food was still there. Beer, oh my best.
Oh man, beer.
Food.
It would be nice if Makimi were here. I would have go with you. You're gonna help me out. I'll put you on my list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, if I had maybe a more Blue Lounge man himself is right there. If you had been here with me, I would have. That's something that I'm lacking. If I wish to be in the UK, I wish to be in the UK. All this press conference, then I would be right there because of my job. I have the reason why I get this chance is because I have a media job that has been registered here in Michigan. So it gives me the right. And I'm also registered with, what's the name again? It's International, what do you call them? I forgot their name. It's international publication. And that gives me the international media access to work everywhere I go, when I'm registered with them also. So, I forgot the name. I don't have it off on top of my head. I don't know where I get my card either. But anyway.
Your license is not travel, yeah?
Yeah, from traveling. So that helps me to do all this. And it would be nice if I know like Makim or DJ from here. Then every summer, DJ will come with me. Then we all go. You have that experience and you'll love it.
Yeah, you love it. You love Stamford. I mean, if you go, I don't know if you've been out, you had a chance to. Have you've never been to Stamford Bridge at all?
No, never been to London. I'm working on things. Never been to London. Never been to London.
Yeah, I'm going to be renewing my season ticket again anyway, to go again from Chelsea matches. So I'll be back on it again next season. So yeah, if you come down, maybe I will. Maybe come down. Let us know what home game we'll go.
Yeah, if
Oh,
I'm
yes,
getting ready,
sir.
the reason
Yes,
why I
sir.
haven't make it is the other things that are more priority on my list than to travel there, because definitely, DJ, I've talked to you already. So I've
Yeah,
talked to you guys. Be honest, is the reason why I'm trying to make it to London. And when
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so once I'm done with that, whatever I have to do, I have to travel there in person and meet these specific people in person. So that's the main reason why. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's behind the scene thing. So you guys should definitely know. Gabriel said the Blue Lounge. How are you doing, bro? Hope you get your stream
Big
going
up.
soon. If you find
Yeah.
time, seems like a lifetime of drama at CFC since you did them regularly. Yeah. My brother has been very very busy, so his
Yeah.
streams are not
Big
going. But
up to him.
he upload video. He upload tons of videos almost every day. So yeah, that's also keeping the channel relevant, keeping it going. He says, "Big up, Gabriel. I'm working on getting my stream back soon. Just need a bit more time." And I do agree. Even from some time now, I have not been able to stream each and every day unless I have someone, to host the show for me, and which I'm working on.
Oh, guys,
I see.
sorry, my battery's low. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to head off.
All right.
Yeah,
No. Finish
guys.
it. Go for it, Makim. We're done. We're done. You go
Yeah,
for it.
peace.
End the
Yeah,
stream.
love, guys. Yeah,
Peace out,
hey,
bruv.
guys,
Take care,
press the
mate.
like
Peace.
button.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, subscribe. Yeah. All right, peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out, bruv.
DJ, thank you very much. Makeem, thank you
Right.
very much.
Bruv.
Mo, thank you very much for joining
Big up
us
to everyone in the comments.
later on. Phantom of Bennett topic, as usual. We'll see you back again. Gabriel, big up to you, man. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Everyone, all my bloody Londoners, I love you all. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Much love to DJ Sab. I want to love you forever. Gabriel, Santiago, and Lord Vapor Nation, the coolest chairs who came on the show. I'll say Leo Desprandos, DJ.
Hang on to hope, everyone. Peace, everyone.
Absolutely.
Take
Peace.
care. Peace out.
Bye for now.
Bye.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.